How you doing, everybody? This is God Concept. I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. Listening on Spotify, the good people who provided a way for me to have a podcast. How are you doing? Yes. I hope you had a wonderful day. I'm actually recording this at nighttime here where I'm at. And chilling. Got big things planned, big things coming up. Got albums being released, well, singles being released for sure. And maybe an album that's being held back because I'm thinking about putting some new songs on it. So I don't know if I'm going to release the album or not on the 17th, but I do have an album. Title of the album is F. It's the F album. The F album. It's funny, the album is just called F. It's not an F album, but it is called F. And why it's called F? I don't know. You know what I mean? How many times in life have you been given an F? And you felt as if you gave it a fair shake. You gave it a try, you know what I mean? So it's F. The F could stand for whatever you want it to stand for. Foil. The F could stand for every title on the album is going to start with the letter F. So F could be for that. Now that I think about it, I definitely do. Well, I probably will wind up canceling the release of the album F and putting a few more tracks on it, because right now currently got 9 tracks, and I really wanted to have at least 11 or 12 tracks on it before I release it. So maybe I'll stop the release and just put more tracks on there, because I'm recording it. My whole process is done by myself. You know what I mean? They say it takes 10,000 man hours of doing something to become proficient at it. I don't want to say perfect at it, proficient, right? To gain proficiency at it. Now, right now, I've all my life I've been diving into music, in and out of music, and I've been doing other things as well, right? A lot of writing though. I always did writing. I always kept like memoirs and things of that nature, right? Mental memoirs and things that I've written down, in different eras of my life, different periods of my life. And what I've noticed is that I've done a lot of things to the point where I shouldn't even really have to, worry about this or that, the ins and outs of doing this and that. If I could just be an entrepreneur and have it be successful at a point, you know what I mean? To the point where I can support my family and myself and everything. So it's very important that I stick to these crafts that I'm doing. I mean, it's difficult at times, because at times, I got to stick to my own schedule here. I got to have time for a podcast. I got to have time for a game stream. I got to have time for my music. I got to have time for my writing as well. And I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm a procrastinator at times. But that's only because I got a lot on my plate. I got a lot on my mind. I got a lot to handle. Life isn't easy for a grown-ass man. Sometimes, things happen in life. You have bumps. Sometimes you know what I mean, have hiccups and things like that. Sometimes it's made by design. Sometimes things happen. You know what I mean? And it's not to your fruition, but it's to somebody's fruition. Even if you don't know it, it's made by design. People will hinder you in a way where it's elaborate enough to the point where you can't figure out exactly who it is or why it is or what it is, but you know that it is. Some people understand me. Some people understand exactly where I'm coming from. Some people don't. And if you don't understand where I'm coming from, more than likely, you will eventually. You will eventually. You'll hear a calling. It's a calling. there's things that you must do in your life. It's a calling, right? It's not only a calling, but there can be, okay, during this quote unquote calling, right? Even though I'm only quoting myself or whoever made up the term calling, period, right? But during this calling, you could have positivity or it could be negativity, right? And it's all spiritual. It's all internal. You're embodying this, right? It's a term that I like to say. I'm my own worst critic, right? That's because I judge myself beyond the point that I think another person could judge me. But it always hurts when a person judge you, like when it's outwardly, when it's outward coming inward. You know what I mean? When it's somebody else's words saying a hurtful thing to you, it hurts. But at the same time, it's like it don't hurt that bad to a person that's their own critic, right? All my life I've been my own critic, my own worst critic, right? Because people judge you, people say things, and if you don't know how to handle those things, it can really mess up or hinder what you're trying to do in your life, especially when you're hearing that, when you're internalizing that, when it's in, when it's in you, when it's innate. It's like when you have internal negativity, mental or spiritual internal negativity, it's a bad thing, and you gotta push that out. You gotta push that out. I know I went off on a tangent, and I was talking about, 10,000 man hours of gaining proficiency in your craft. But why I went off on this tangent is because you embodying or internalizing any type of negativity is going to stop you from completing those 10,000 man hours of proficiency in your craft. Whatever you're trying to get proficient at, you're not going to be able to do it if you're holding on to negativity. If you're internalizing negativity mentally or spiritually, right? If you're embodying that, if you're engulfed in negative thoughts, right? You will not be able to complete your 10,000 man hours of the craft to gain your proficiency, to do it well, and to do it on a professional level. You know what I mean? You have to be aware of that. You have to be aware of this energy you're carrying around. Because a lot of times, it's not even your energy. It's your environment sometimes. Sometimes the people around you. Sometimes the people in your environment that have thoughts and like it's like somebody double talking you, where they saying positive stuff, but in their mind they're saying negative stuff. They're thinking negative thoughts about you, but they're saying positive things every day. It's that type of thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can feel it. Sometimes you got to get away from certain people. Sometimes you got to get away from certain atmospheres in order for you to clear your thoughts, your mind, and your soul. You know what I mean? It's stifling. It's physically stifling to have negative thoughts, to know that there's negative energy amidst. It can really hurt you getting your 10,000 man hours of your craft to gain that proficiency that you need, right? And that's only because, all right, I got a saying, even if it don't affect you, it affects you. So if there's negative energy out there, when you're putting all positive energy out there, if you're getting feedback or thoughts of negativity, it's like, it might not be said to you. It might be double talk. Somebody might act like they nice with you or act like they cool with you. But in their mind, they really slighting you. In their mind, they really like speaking down about you or think less of you. And it's like those type of people and that type of energy is very tricky because some people not able to feel it. Like if you're not in tune, if you're not in tap and you don't understand, then you're not able to really feel that energy. You got to protect yourself from that energy because sometimes a person will really halt what you're trying to do because of the thoughts and feelings that they're bringing to your project, to the thoughts and feelings that, Their thoughts and feelings on something that you're doing could really stop you from being able to gain proficiency at what you're trying to gain proficiency at. You know, and people really don't think that just because physically they didn't say it out their mouth, it's just the energy of the vibe or that feeling. It's like you can feel when a person's slighting you a little bit. You know what I mean? Everybody know that feeling. Nobody's, you know what I mean, exempt from that. Just protect yourself, protect your energy, and make sure that you complete your 10,000 man hours or whatever you're doing. Like, I'm pretty sure whenever you went and you got a job somewhere and you never did that type of work before, you came in the door and had to learn on work, on a job experience, right? That's how everything is. You know what I mean? They try to push you to go to school, get a degree, get a certificate, get a GED and all that, right? And that's all good because you make those connections and things like that. But for real, you got the power within you to do anything that you want, that you will yourself to do. You just got to will yourself to do it. You just got to be willing to will yourself to do it. If you're not willing to will yourself to do anything, if you're not willing to give yourself time to adjust to any type of adjustments that you got to make for any type of craft that you're trying to gain proficiency in, for anything that you're trying to achieve, any goal you're trying to accomplish, then you're not going to be good at it, period. You might as well not even do it. Everybody fucks up. Everybody fucks up. No one's exempt from the fuck up. The great fuck up, right? But it's about what you do about that. It's like everybody fall, but damn, you're going to get back up. You're going to try something new. You're going to do the same shit. What you going to do? I mean, if you're going to do the same shit, that's cool. At least you bumped your head and you know what to do now, right? You know when to duck. You know what I mean? You know when they get 3 duck. 1, 2, 3, not it. Fuck that, right? But at the same time, don't you want to try something new? If you got something in you that you want to do it before time is too late. I don't give a fuck how old you is. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm 36. I've been in the music all my life, but never really did it on a professional level because, to be honest with you, nobody's ever been really serious about it or passionate enough about it as me. And I believe that I thought that I needed a team to do it. I thought that I needed a team to really, bounce ideas off of and things like that. I'm tired of bouncing ideas off of anybody else. So I created my own lane. I started doing my own thing. Everybody's done it. And everybody's been given game on how to do it. I mean, nobody's going to sit you down and paint a roadmap for you unless you really like they people. Like, ain't nobody really going to help you do it like that. And sometimes it's just your circle just don't know how to do it, or they just don't believe they can do it, or just, you know what I mean? If that's the case, you got to get away. You got to get out of that circle, because that circle is not allowing your wings to spread. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to elevate above all the bullshit, because a lot of times, man, these things, these environments can be to the point where they don't allow you to really expand. That's why you hear a lot of people going elsewhere to really follow their dreams, or some people got to go elsewhere to really go to school and get that education or further their education in anything, because the environment that they in won't allow them to do it. It's a hurtful thing that sometimes the people you love and the people that you're around is the thing that keep you from doing the very thing that you should have did with your life. But I heard a great man say once, adversity builds character. And me understanding that is understanding that any type of hurdle or any type of adversity that I come in, if I could conquer that, if I can get over that, if I can get past that and through it, at the end of the day, what that make me? You know what I mean? That make me a conqueror. That means I conquered what I had to conquer to get to that next level of being, thinking, the next level of being a creator, whatever it is you want to be, whatever you want to be at the next level of, you're there. Once you get over that stigma. At the end of the day, it's all about the acquisition of knowledge. Because knowledge is power at the end of the day. And to try to gain 10,000 man hours of a craft that you're trying to get proficient at is a knowledge of said craft. So all we are seekers of further enlightenment. That's all we're doing. You know, you're self-seeking, you're self-searching. You're searching for yourself. You know, a lot of us got many ways of doing that. I like to mimic people. Me personally, I'm more so, if I hear a sound, I try to mimic it. You know, I like to mimic things. If I see a person do something a certain way, I'll try to, you know, get it down packed. Like, even with my two-way stuff, like tactical, you know, firearm stuff, I watch Carry Trainers USA and things like that on YouTube, and I'll actually do at-home training courses myself. You know, that way I'll get proficient at, you know, actually handling firearms and things of that nature. You know, even when it comes to the gunsmithing, I actually watch videos and things like that, and I'll actually, you know, break a gun down completely and put it all back together to get proficient at that. As far as driving, I did that for over 15, 20 years of my life. You know, I've been driving tractor trailers and buses and all types of stuff. So, you know, it's like we do all these things out of our life. Like I became a barber by accident just because I had to cut my own damn hair all the time. And now I'm fucking good at it. So I don't gotta go to no barbers. I just gotta make sure my clippers stay well oiled and make sure I got alcohol on hand and wipe my clippers off or whatever. I actually got an antibacterial spray. It's made by that company. It's an orange bottle. It's fucking dope because it does the antibiotics, it does the lubrication, and the, you know, the antiseptic stuff all in one spray. You know, I spray a little bit more than one spray. My clippers be dripping wet. Drip, drip, clips. No, but yeah, man, that's what it's about. Because to be honest with you, all it takes is consistency. And if you're consistent at anything, you'll get well at it. You'll get better and better and better. And you're not trying to get perfect at it, because you're never going to get perfect at it. You know what I mean? Even in truck driving, they say when you think you know everything about truck driving, you might as well hang up the keys, because you'll never know everything about truck driving. Every day you learn something new about the thing that you're doing. Whatever it is you're doing, you're going to learn something new about it every day. If you're into it, if you're really trying to gain that proficiency, if you're trying to get better at it, anything that you do, you can train yourself. I'm training myself to play guitar. You know, it's not everybody's sound. It's an unorthodox sound, but it's my sound. I like how I play the guitar. You know, yeah, man. It's what can I say? I had a discussion earlier with a woman in the park, and we was talking about, you know, protecting the earth, preserving the earth, because I am Native American, Cuban, and Irish, right? So I do care about the earth deeply, right? I'm even trying to get into like the electric vehicles and things like that, because I do care about the earth, you know, and I want to preserve it for my future generations to come, right? So we're talking about the ozone layer and how, you know, how we're polluting the ozone layer and everything with the cars and the carbon, you know, the carbon and the fossil fuels and the everything, you know. And it's like, I'm trying to, I want to get into a Tesla or whatever. If I do get another vehicle, when I do get another vehicle, not if, because I'm definitely getting another vehicle, but I'm planning on getting a Tesla, the Cybertruck or whatever, because I already got it on reserve, right? So hopefully when they send me the email to, get everything done up, then I have it sent out or whatever. So, my son loves the Cybertruck. I'll be like a fucking superhero to him if I get this thing, right? I'll be a superhero to myself. It's not just for me, it's for my family. You know what I mean? Anything I do is always geared towards being good for my family, being something that I could utilize to do something for my family, right? For my children, right? So what I want to do is I want to get the Cybertruck and get the big camper extension on the back of it and get the Cyber Quad, because they got the 4-wheeler and everything that comes with it. It's an extra package or whatever, but trust me, it's fucking worth it. The Quad is even electric. You plug it into the back of the truck and the damn thing charge up, and then you can hitch the trailer, the mobile home. It's not a trailer, it's a mobile home that hitch on the back of it, and you can pick up and get the fuck up out of there, right? And just things like that are not possible. I mean, they're possible, but they're not possible with, okay, if I want to go somewhere for a month and then I want to go somewhere else for a month, I can't do that with a regular job. You can't do that with a conventional job. You can't do that when you're stifled doing anything else but what you want to do. You got to be able to travel. You got to be able to experience the world. I was fortunate enough to be able to experience the world and experience who I am and really discover myself. Well, get a lot of help, discover myself by traveling. I've been everywhere east of the Mississippi. You know what I mean? And it's like, I've amassed a lot of knowledge from being in all these different places around this country. And this country is beautiful. And this country is vast. And this country has a lot to offer. And I believe we should all experience that. We all shouldn't be stuck in one place at one time. Because it begins a rat mentality, if you will. A crab in a barrel mentality. And that's what I believe happens in these cities, in the inner cities. That's what stifles your dreams. That's what stifles your creativity. That's what stifles that dream that you may have, because you get caught in a city system. Cities have these systems. When you go out into rural areas of Pennsylvania and things like that, it's different laws. It's different ways that they live. It's a lot easier ways of living than we live in the city. Some of us like that rural way of living. I'm one of those people. I love a rural way of living. There's something about it it's more down to earth. We're here, right? We're here for this experience. Why not be down to earth? You know what I mean? I try not to have negative thoughts or negative feelings about anyone. And if I do have negative thoughts and negative feelings about them, normally I try to get away from them. Or normally I just keep it to myself, or try not to have those, or try to figure out why I may have these negative thoughts. And normally it's because they're having some negative thoughts and feelings as well. Sometimes it's that. Or sometimes it's something going on in their personal life beyond you two's personal life, beyond your relationship with this person, whether you're friends or whether you're in a sexual relationship or whether you're family. There's something going on with that person. If they're feeling some way towards you, there's some type of resentment that they're holding for whatever reason. You know what I mean? But you have to be careful of this, because a person will hold that type of resentment towards you and never let you know, that type of envy, jealousy, whatever you want to call it, and they'll hold that towards you and never let you know about it. And it'll manifest in negative energy that you're getting. It'll manifest into And to just, you know what I mean? Like, it's just that thing where, all right, you know how you know somebody talks about you behind your back? You just know it. You know what I mean? They'll never tell you though. But you just know they talk shit about you. But why are you cool with them? Why are you cool with somebody that talks shit about you behind your back? Why? I don't talk, like, maybe when I was younger, you know what I mean? Maybe when I was a young buck, you know what I mean? You talk a little bullshit behind somebody's back. Normally it's jokes and shit, because I'm a lighthearted dude. I'll bid on you. You know what I mean? Shit, I bid on myself. I don't give a fuck. Right? But the whole thing is, if somebody's talking shit about somebody, normally I'll just sit there and listen. Because they don't know that I'm an observer. So the whole time you're talking shit about that person, I know that you probably talk shit to me about, you know what I mean, to that person behind my back, about me. So it's like what can you really do about that? It's like you can't do shit about that, but you notice that behavior in people. So you're like, damn, all right. If they're talking to me, I know they're talking to them about me as well. Why do you want to be a part of that triangle? You got to clear your triangle. All of us have a holy triangle. You have a holy trinity of you. Your holy trinity is your mind, your physical, and your spiritual. If your physical space is being invaded by somebody that's bringing negative energy to your triangle, then you got to get away from it. You have to get away from it. It's your duty to get away from it because it's stifling you from getting to that next goal that you're trying to get to. Spiritually, it's the same thing. Mentally, it's the same thing. If you're having negative thoughts, you got to figure out a way to get those negative thoughts out of there. Unless you want to have those negative thoughts. You can feed off the negative energy as well. Don't get me wrong. There's a duality to everything. Yeah, if you choose to feed off that negative energy, that's what you're going to put out there. So it may be a thing where you getting negative results from whatever you... I think I spoke on this before. You can do something that's positive with negative energy behind it. And just because it looked positive and just because it appeared positive, the results behind it can be negative. And sometimes it can continue to be positive for a while. But normally the negativity catches up to whatever it is that you're doing. You know, so whatever endeavor you're doing, I mean, even if it's against whatever rules or jurisdiction or whatever that, you know, wherever municipality you live in, it's like, just do it with a level of, I want to say, positive. You know what I mean? Just go into it with being solutionary and being, you know, goal-oriented. Don't try to fuck nobody, basically. You know what I mean? You gotta be pragmatic about the whole situation. That's the word I was looking for, pragmatic. Don't choose sides. You gotta be on your side, man. You gotta be for your family. I used to tell my kids a while back, it's like, when you leave out the house, the world don't really love you. I mean, I understand you got, you know, you can have people that love you here and there and everything and care about you and stuff like that. But I mean, sometimes complete strangers will love you more than the people who actually know you love you. You know what I mean? A lot of people be looking for love in the wrong places. A lot of people look for things in the wrong places. You know, see, I'm the type of person, I'm a people watcher. So I love watching people. So I can hang out with anybody. I can chill with anybody at any given moment. Because I'm a people watcher. And, you know, watching people, I learn about people by watching people. I learn their habits, their traits, what they're doing, you know, what they're up to, this and that. I'm just, you know, I'm an observer. So I'm a people watcher. And I purposely go around certain people just to see, like, who they are, like, what makes them tick, what the fuck is going on with this person, you know what I mean? And it's hilarious to me. You know, you gotta be mindful of when you're doing that type of thing, just to, not be judgmental, right? Because it's one thing to be a people watcher and observer, but you can't really call yourself a people watcher and observer if you're observing and being judgmental at the same time, being critical of that person. You can't be critical of a person and be observant at the same time. If you're being observant and you're being critical, that means now you're judging. You're judging, Now, if you want to criticize a person for something, if you want to give them a pointer or something like that, let them know about something, that's one thing. But slander and backlash and all that type of stuff, it shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be. I mean, that's personally. Because everybody has their own journey in life. And to be honest with you, sometimes our journeys in life are preordained before we even put on our shoes to go out the door in the morning. Our day is planned, whether you planned it or not. So, to be honest with you, the only thing you really control in your environment is you, to get down to the nitty gritty. Do what the fuck you gotta do. Do what the fuck you wanna do. You know what I mean? Because you're a creator too. You're a mini creator. The creator created you to create. So what you gonna do? Not create? Not inspire? Not cultivate? Not blaze your path? Not do what you was put here to do? Gain that proficiency, man. Even if you think you're here to be a businessman or whatever. You know what I mean? Follow that vision. Whatever your vision is. I don't give a fuck what it is. If it floats your boat, do it. Fuck it, do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Join me after a word from our sponsors. Hey, real quick, guys. This is Mr. Pagan here. Just want to let y'all know that I have books available on Amazon, Kindle, bookstores, on your phones. I got 2 great titles available and a third one coming soon. My philosophy is, if you got a smartphone or a smart device, you already got my book in your hands. It's free for download if you got Kindle Unlimited, and it's $5 otherwise. For One Leap of Faith, it's $5, and for my book Morals and Values, it's $5.25. Both of them are packed with insightful information on morals and values, and One Leap of Faith is to push you to get on your grind for your goals. You know what I mean? 2 powerful books. I got a thriller coming up called Moonlit Marshes with a character. The protagonist is Marshall Cuts, and he's trying to get his way. He's trying to find his way out of Louisiana without getting himself hurt or killed or something. It's a great suspenseful book. Please check it out. It's going to be on Amazon Kindle store. Remember, both these books are available for free. One Leap of Faith and Morals and Value. You got Kindle Unlimited. They're available for free. And also, don't forget to check out my game stream on YouTube, Gaming, Vaping, Guns. And on Twitch, I'm GVG215. All right? And also, my music streams on all streaming platforms. Whether you got Apple, it's there. Whether you got Tidal, guess what? It's there. You listen on Spotify? Yeah, I'm on Spotify. This podcast is actually on Spotify, also the music. So yeah, we well-rounded. Everything that I'm doing is complementing each other. So please, support the movement, support my brand, support the positive energy that I'm putting out there. And you guys, be blessed. May peace be with you.